Yeah. So, the wife and I were at the seafront at Gunwharf Quays in Portsmouth, and we were looking down into the water, looking at the fish, these big, lovely fish swimming around in the dock, just chilling out and swimming here and swimming there. Having a great time they were. And we were there riffing, just looking down at the fish and talking about this and that, and we were bantering away when Tracy, my wife, came out and said this to me. She said, "You've got to go on a journey to get to where you want to go." I thought, boom, wow. You've got to go on a journey to get to where you want to go to. I said to her, hey, that's deep. And it wasn't anything to do with the fact that I was looking down at the water in the dockside. Tracy just looked at me and just said, yeah. And we carried on staring in the water. It was pretty bloody obvious, really, wasn't it? I thought to myself, you've got to go on a journey to get to where you're going. Bleeding obvious, but absolutely true. And it got me thinking, on any journey that you're going on, it's always good to know where you're going, to know where you're heading, because if you know where you want to go and you know how you're going to get there and you make a bit of an effort, you will get there. On the other hand, if you have no idea where you want to go, you will end up going around in circles, getting nowhere. So if you want to get anywhere in your life, you have to know where you want to go. And that's why it's important that we have goals, targets, dreams to head for. Because if we haven't, we won't go anywhere, will we? We'll just go round in circles, lost, getting bored, getting depressed, getting on the dole, leading a less of a life, leading a waste of a life. Just imagine driving a car and taking your hands off the steering wheel. What would happen? Just imagine a boat without a rudder. If you ain't got targets, if you haven't got dreams to aim at, just like a boat without a rudder, you will flounder and you'll beat yourself in your life. So if you haven't got a target, if you ain't got a target, get one, and get one fast. Get one now. Just make one up right now, right this minute, because it's better to have any old target than no target at all. But better still, get yourself a massive, a huge, humongous dream to go for. Go for dreams and targets that will make your eyes water, that'll bring you to your knees. There's an old saying, if you ain't got a dream that's making you scared, then your dream ain't big enough. So make sure that your dream is massive. And when you get your dream and you are setting out on the journey towards it, make sure that you have got plenty of fuel in the engine. Make sure that you are motivated, because motivation is one hell of a fuel. And if you ain't motivated, you will run out of energy, you will lose interest, and you will give up. Bet your life on it. Now, Stephen Covey says, my old mate, well, he ain't my mate, but it's fantastic world coach, dead now, but a fantastic world coach, even still so. 7 Habits for highly effective people, he wrote. And one of his habits was start with the end in mind. So start with the end in mind. Make sure your dream is worth it. Make sure that the target that you're aiming for is worth the effort. Now, if you're chasing someone else's target that you don't believe in, you will give up and you will fail. And this happens a lot in the workforce. If you're in a job or running a business and chasing targets that you haven't bought into, that you will be spending your day drudging out your day, grinding out your day in a soulless, meaningless quest that will mean nothing to you, that will give you nothing, and you will fail. If this is you in your current job, in your current business, here's the news. Using the wrong business, and for your very being, for your very soul, get out of it as quickly as you can. You may not think you can. Oh, I can't do that. I tell you what, you can. Amazing what you can do. You put your mind in it. If you're in the wrong business and it ain't doing nothing for you, get out of it as quickly as you can, because you know what? If you don't, you will, and you are currently, if that's you, you are dying inside. So make sure that you're heading somewhere in your life, somewhere that you want to go to. Go for your dream and make sure it's something that you love, because then you will have a passion for it. And there ain't no better fuel for your engine than passion. And if you want to really put some extra additives in the tank, then I suggest you chuck in some, because it's worth it. Because if you've got passion and if you've got it's worth it in your tank, you've got a potent fuel. And if you want to put some more real extra va-va-voom in your tank, in your engine, to really make your engine roar, to really make it zing, bang in some belief. Because belief is the thing that makes everybody roar. Don't never give up dreaming. Don't never give up on going somewhere, no matter how old you are, no matter your circumstance. Don't come to a standstill. Don't stop. Don't wimp out. Keep going for something. I can remember spending a few days with the family, with the kids in Swindon. It was a town where we used to live, and we used to go back there every now and again to walk around and look where we used to live. Funny thing to do, really, but that's what we used to do. So there we were with our kids, and one of the things we did was take them to the ice rink, the Link Centre ice rink in Swindon, and we were there on the ice, and we were looking at these old people, 80-year-old people, 70-year-old people out there on the ice, and we watched them, and we watched in awe. We watched them trying to perfect a new turn or a new routine, and it was amazing. What a mentality. So keep going, you. So keep going, keep going for something. If you keep on keeping on, if you keep on going somewhere, going for something, it means you're still alive. And there are many, and you've seen them, I've seen them, who are alive, but they're dead. They are the walking dead. They're zombies because they've stopped heading somewhere, and they're dead inside because of it. And you know what? That can happen to any of us. Life can happen to any of us. It can give us some knocks. It can give us some blows. It can get us down and beat us down, ruin our confidence if we ain't careful. And then we can give in. Don't let that happen. We are all on a journey, whether we like it or not, aren't we? And at the end of the day, we're all going to end up at the same place. And I'll bet £1 million on it. We'll all end up at the same place, which is our final resting place. And the powerful thing to realise, the powerful thing to understand, the powerful thing to act on, the thing that will set you free, baby, the thing that will set you free, is to understand that you have a choice about the route that you take in your life, a choice about where you are going, how you're going to get there. And if you decide to grab your courage, to get a hold of your courage and to go for it, you will, I promise, have a great time on your journey. No choice is no choice. No choice is the path to misery. No choice is a life of regret. So live your life with no regret. Go for it. Choose your journey. Don't look back with regret. We're all on a journey, like Tracy says. But if you want to get where you're going, you've got to go on the journey that you want to go on. So go out there and make it happen. Yeah. Love my wife, Tracy.